I'm eco-fashion designer Anna Herman. I recently wrote an article, but I think it's kind of nice to see it in video. I mean, do people really read anymore? I know I just like watching videos online. That's what I spend a lot of time doing. So here we go. Herman's Eco Week, changing how the world shops. Herman's Eco Week is run by me, eco-fashion designer Anna Herman. I started the corporation in 2008. Herman's was a business for many years before then. There had been 5 stores. Being a fashion designer, you need many skills. There weren't guidelines on how to run a green fashion house, so new rules were made by the company. Opportunities came from selling online. I'd go do wholesale shows offline and not even make my space rent. Then I'd sell $400 or so off eBay and cover up my expenses. Herman's is a value-driven company, meaning I like to do business with those who share my environmentally friendly lifestyle. I want my suppliers to be environmentally conscious. To run a business which is independent and not controlled by the powers that be is challenging, especially for a woman. You must have courage, knowledge, and a great deal of patience. You, as a business owner, need to trust your instincts. To begin with, I have a degree in art. And after college, I started selling vintage clothes. Nothing fit quite right, and I started designing. I learned to sew my grandmother's name, a very good skill. I'm lucky. I'd go to estate sales where women who wanted to be a designer themselves saved the coolest fabric all their lives. They passed away, leaving it for me to pillage. Being a fashion designer is the second most desired profession for a woman, second to singer. I'm from outside of Washington, D.C., McLean, Virginia. I had a great view of fashions from all over the world. You know, lots of NBC kids I went to school with. After a good deal of traveling, I moved to Montana. I've had 5 stores over the years. I started making men's hemp yoga pants and selling them online. They sold really well. By the time I was done with the yoga pants, people didn't realize what a great designer I always have been. So I quit making the pants. I was getting a little tired of them. Stopped buying from China and went back to my roots with the vintage fabric. China pretty much controls the hemp fabric business. I used to take my mom's clothes, alter them, and wear them to clubs. It helped me get in since I was underage. All the time I was hanging in Georgetown, part of D.C., I was learning about what terrible impact of the environment the clothes business has. When I had my stores, friends would come in and tell me what organic meant, what clothes were dyed with, and many other environmentally friendly things. I moved to LA about 7 years ago. I loved being around all the talented people. It inspired me. I went out to do shows, but I was getting the Hollywood runaround. I'll have more people call your people. Oh, hello, what people? Herman's Eco is run by myself and my husband, Carl Herman. While we lived in LA, I started making men's jumpsuits. Then Macklemore, a musician, bought some online. I figured if I was just going to sell online at annaherman.com, Carl and I should move back to Montana. Deer Lodge is a small town. I have a huge studio for all my saved, hard-to-find fabrics and trims. I search a lot for things I'm looking for. I have an industrial sewing machines which take up a lot of space. It's the whole upper floor. The internet exploded with the jumpsuits and the romper sales I made. I used to wake up in the middle of the night and sew just to keep up. I sold some things to the movies. A dream come true, right? Hollywood actually paid me. Today, musicians are my best customers. One in particular, Spencer Sutherland, a charming and talented young songwriter and singer. Spencer Sutherland helps me know what's in style. He is getting ready to go on yet another tour wearing many of my outfits. I sell in Santa Fe, New Mexico at Hyperclash. I have a long-time trusted business relationship with Paloma Narvati, the owner of Hyperclash. We met online while I was making the Green Ego show. That's my film business that we do at fashion shows to try to spread the word and teach people about eco-fashion. Herman's Eco doesn't sell to a lot of stores, partly since they don't share my values. And they're going to stick me next to something made in a sweatshop? Maybe not. I'm a direct marketer. I sell online and lots of marketplaces. So I don't want to mention them and plug them because I'd rather plug myself. But I've been on a lot of sites over the years. There's a huge amount of information on me if you're interested. just type in Anna Herman or Herman Zico. At Herman Zico, I get to decide what to do business with and what I want to design. People try to manipulate me constantly. I only design what I want and green screen all my suppliers, all of them. Not you don't get away with sticking some polyester in there. If I'm buying, I want to know what's in there. I want to know what's in the fabric. Yes, I have plastic-free shipping and even the tape. I buy it special by another environmentalist company. It's a different business model. The success has been an amazing ride. Talent really does matter. So if you have some, please don't give up. It's lonely at the top, with plenty of room for those who are truly good at what they do. Recently, I won Tailor of the Year from Lux Life magazine. I'm a human chameleon. I have reinvented myself many times. I have designed many different things: organic undies, fancy dresses, men's suits, pants. The men's clothes are my specialty, even though I'm great at women's clothes too. When you make men's clothes, you learn a lot about sewing, and women's clothes are easy for me. People need to find what they're good at. I have good business skills. I always know when I'm making a profit. I'm really good at math. It's in my head. My company, Herman Zico Inc., has no debt. It reduces the stress and gives me freedom. I'm hard to manipulate. Customers can make suggestions, but I only design what I want. I use natural fabrics. If a customer wants something in polyester, I turn down the order. I won't buy new wool or silk since they can't be ethically sourced. I use them if I get them unused on the secondhand market. Being a vegetarian, I am very concerned about animal rights. Having a sale is against my company policies. I feel it degrades my fashion line. I pay little attention to what others in fashion do. I seem to get copied a lot. Yeah, I've been knocked off a lot. By anybody in particular, I'd say luxury fashion brands are the worst. Things I love to design with are vintage fabrics, cut velvet, wild printed terry cloth, metal zippers, fringe, gold lame, hand-dyed cotton, organic cotton. My own hand graphics are such fun too. There is a long list of things I am looking for. I call them Granny's specials, stolen from grandmother when she wasn't looking. Granny wants her tablecloth back. Oh, just kidding. I have pet names for most of my designs, such as Beach Blanket Bingo, Early Couch, Early Country Club, Dapper Dan. I have a line of airbrush graffiti clothes where I get to add graphics of things I like. Some whimsy and the endangered species line. Endangered species makes a statement about the environment. I am edgy, and I like to make people think. I also include different ethnic groups and the marginalized need a voice. Being a CEO, a woman is challenging. However, I highly recommend it. There's only 5% of us. I am really into breaking the glass ceiling and want corporate CEOs to be half women. I started my company and forged my own path, appointing myself as the big boss. If there isn't an opportunity, then you need to make one. If you are interested in starting a business, you might want to write a business plan. What is that expression? People don't plan to fail, they just fail to plan. Oh boy, I've learned a lot. There are many people who will tell you how to do it, yet they haven't found the skills or the courage to start a company. Perhaps people don't realize how much hard work it really is. In the fashion business, many think it's all ritz and glitz. I'm a real person, though, you can tell that. But it's actually talent, skills, and hard work. I read a lot of self-help. I learned never to be afraid to back out of a deal. If it's not to your advantage, you can change your mind. Herman Zico is a very inclusive company. I don't pass judgment on people who have alternative lifestyles. Heck, I was an outcast myself. Many alternative people are my customers. I'm a vegetarian and I'm greatly influenced by my environmentalist customers. My customers have one thing in common, being free spirits. Most of them are artistically inclined. I am a human chameleon. I like many different things. Workwear, tuxedos, play suits, cowboy shirts, and Western pants, to name a few. Over the years, I have designed a wide variety of fashions: carpet bags, men's shirts, dress shirts, jumpsuits, organic undies, fancy dresses, just to name some. They often call me a tailor. I did look at what others were doing, as calling me a tailor made me curious. It seems that there aren't many who create original designs for men's suits. Usually they brag about studying with the masters and make the same suit which might have been designed 100 years ago. A much more conservative approach that I use. I try different styles and switch them around until I get something I like. They say I am best at men's clothes, which is the majority of my business. However, I am equally good at women's clothes. I'm good at women's clothes too, yeah. Hopefully by now you might be thinking of things that you love. Don't let anyone tell you your ideas are silly. Stay away from naysayers. Believe in yourself. The journey is so much fun. Along the way, I did meet people who never thought I would get this far, but they were wrong. Eco fashion designer Anna Herman.